Okay, picture this. You're just chilling on a totally normal commercial flight. People are reading the papers, sipping their coffee. Literally no one has a clue that they're right in the middle of what's going to become one of the wildest, most chilling unsolved mysteries in American history. Welcome to this explainer on the vanishing of D.B. Cooper.
Section 1. Takeoff and an ordinary passenger. So it's November 24th, 1971. A completely routine flight takes off, and sitting right there among the passengers is this incredibly average-looking guy. Sharp black suit, crisp tie, dark sunglasses. Just kicking back, quietly taking it all in.
And you know, what's really crazy about this whole thing is how calm he was. Zero panic, no weird sudden movements, absolutely nothing that would set off any alarm bells. To literally everyone else on board, he's just some everyday guy on a totally everyday flight.
Section 2. A terrifying note. The hijack. Okay, so out of nowhere, the whole vibe of this quiet flight just flips. This quiet guy casually flags down a flight attendant. She actually ignores him at first, thinking he's just, slipping her a phone number. But then he politely hands her a little piece of paper.
And as she looks at it, he leans in and whispers this line that is just straight out of a movie. "Miss, you'd better look at that note. I have a bomb." And to prove it, he just calmly pops open his briefcase, and right there is this terrifying, tangled mess of wires and red cylinders. Yeah, he wasn't bluffing. Things go from 0 to 100 instantly. His demand? $200,000 in cold, hard cash, plus 4 parachutes. I mean, he wasn't just hijacking this plane. He was basically setting up this insanely calculated, high-stakes exit strategy right in the middle of the sky.
Section 3. The mysterious leap from 10,000 feet. So the plane touches down in Seattle to get the cash and the chutes. He actually lets the terrified passengers go, but keeps the flight crew on board. He tells the pilot to take off again. And guys, this is where the real game begins.
Let's look at this timeline, because the logistics are just terrifying. 0 hours, the ransom is secured. Plus 1 hour, they're back in the air, but now they're flying directly over these massive, isolated forests. By hour 2, it is pitch black outside. We're talking severe rain and completely violent winds just hammering the plane.
And get this, they are cruising at exactly 10,000 feet. It is absolutely freezing, it is incredibly dark, and the conditions just outside that thin metal tube are, frankly, lethal. Inside that dimly lit, shaking cabin, our guy makes his move. He stands up in the back and just methodically straps this heavy-duty military parachute right to his body.
Next up, he grabs that massive bag stuffed with 200 grand in ransom cash and ties it super tight around his waist. Then, and I can't even imagine the absolute panic of the crew here, he does the unthinkable. He forces the back staircase door wide open. Instantly, the deafening roar of the jet engines and this freezing, violent wind just violently whips through the entire cabin. He walks right up to the edge and just leaps, straight into the stormy abyss, down into the freezing night. And literally just like that, the man we know as D.B. Cooper completely vanishes. What happens next is one of the most massive, desperate manhunts in FBI history. They are scouring the forests, dragging the rivers for months. But what do they find? Zero. Absolutely nothing. No body, no parachute, not a single trace of this guy anywhere.
The whole thing goes completely cold. But then, years later, we get exactly one clue. A kid digging on a riverbank actually stumbles across these decaying bundles of cash. They check it, and the serial numbers are a perfect match. It was a chunk of the ransom money. But even then, Cooper himself was still a ghost.
Section 4. Theories. What really happened? See, this total void of evidence has been driving investigators crazy for decades. So what actually went down in that pitch-black sky? Theory number 1. Did he die the literal second he jumped? I mean, think about it. The brutal weather, the freezing rain falling 10,000 feet in the dead of night into untamed wilderness. Was that just totally unsurvivable for a guy in a business suit? Or on the flip side, was he some kind of highly trained professional? Remember how chillingly calm he was? Does that mean he had meticulously calculated every single variable and knew exactly how to stick that landing? And hey, if he did survive, did he just casually walk out of the woods, stash the cash, and start a completely new life? Like, could he literally still be out there today living under a totally different name? Or, do we just have to accept this wild reality that maybe, just maybe, This was the perfect, unsolvable crime? Did D.B. Cooper actually pull off the ultimate phantom heist, leaving us with a puzzle that we were never, ever supposed to solve?
Because to this very day, the D.B. Cooper case is completely open. So I'm throwing it over to you. What do you think happened when he stepped off that staircase? Did he survive the drop? What are the forests claiming? Let me know your best theories in the comments. And hey, if you love this explanator, make sure to hit subscribe for more deep dives in history's most insane mysteries. See you next time.